Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner, okay? And whether you're watching live or the replay, happy Wednesday. It is hump day. It is almost Friday in my head. And I am just ready for the weekend, even though we only 3 days into the week, y'all. It has been a long week already. It was a long day, but we are together as one. Okay. Please make sure that you are doing a couple of things around here. Even if YouTube ain't telling you that I'm around here live, child, you have to be sure, okay, to like the video, okay, and subscribe. Okay, YouTube been real wonky lately. They've been tripping and whatnot, and I'm still here. Okay, I am still doing content. So make sure that you are tuned in to whatever that's going on and things. Okay, I was live last week Tuesday. I was live last week Thursday. Okay, we had that little conversation. I did have the Netflix documentary. We recapped that live. I don't know, one day this week. It may have been Monday. I can't remember. And today we have a few things to get into. Okay, I'm trying to put my sweatshirt on because I said, girl, you can't get on camera showing your boobs. Okay, you can never ever do that again. Okay, and so make sure before you get on camera, you have a full-fledged shirt on your body. Okay, and I do. I'm on camera, no. Hey y'all. So I can't see without my glasses. Where are my glasses? Hi y'all. How y'all doing? Okay. I can't wait to get my new chair set up, child. And I can see how that's gonna look on camera or whatever. But hey, y'all, look. Y'all look, work and life and adulthood and being around here, being a responsible adult will have you ready to say all this shit, okay? I'm going to bed. But I didn't. Okay, I set the live up. I made a thumbnail. I made a cohesive one, and that I was like, Lord, please let me be able to find people in the same colors. And while I had a hard time, I still made something out of nothing today. Okay. I got on my biggie hoodie. I wore it to work, right, and I got to work because I was getting dressed this morning, and I was like, I'm tired. I'm ready to go, child. Let me get in this place. Okay, go in my office, close the door, and leave me be, bitch. And but when I walked in the door, I said, bitch, is your hoodie say ready to die? I couldn't remember which biggie hoodie I had on, and I have a biggie hoodie or a sweatshirt. One, okay, either a hoodie or a sweatshirt, and on the back it says in big bold print, "Ready to die." And I'm like, you girl, you can't walk in work if your the back of your thing say "Ready to die." Okay, with a dead black man on the front. But luckily, it wasn't that one. Okay, this is the it was all a dream hoodies. I stopped and said, Jaylee, what are you wearing? But I was like, okay, look, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, hype me up, and all the things that my mom tell y'all to do. Do all of that. Do all of it. Okay. I was gonna put my lipstick back on. I put this on this morning. I've ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I said, Ellie, take your lipstick off, put it on again. But I said, no, I don't feel like it. Okay. But so about if my lipstick looks weird, do it look weird? Maybe not. Okay, but I did not reply it. I ate 3 times today. Okay. But yeah, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hello to people if you're watching live. If you've been live or the replay, thank you. Okay, it is great to be around here. Okay. YouTube was telling me rest in peace to your grandfather. Okay. Rest in peace, little child. Look, I was all in my feelings this weekend because the 11th year of my dad passing was on Saturday. Okay, the day after. No, wait, what's today? No, it wasn't. Girl, I'm getting my days mixed up. It was Sunday, 15. Okay, so I was all. I was. Look, it was. Look, it has been a very tough week. Okay, I get in my feelings every year. So again, condolences to you on the loss of your grandfather, and I fully get it and stuff. Because I was for sure, child, under the covers, just chilling in my own little world this weekend, getting my feelings in check. Okay, but I want to go ahead and get into the thing because I don't feel like waiting, y'all. Because the YouTube don't tell y'all when I be live. And so sometimes people like, oh, it be like 10, 15 minutes or whatever. I be like, girl, I don't want to wait for y'all. No, it ain't my fault. It's YouTube. If YouTube ain't telling y'all I'm on the camera, child, and I'm on the thing, and they don't tell y'all for about 20 minutes, I can't wait because there are things to get into. I had to put all my topics in order. And then tomorrow, because the coach guy, Sharon Moore, the Michigan head coach guy, was in court yesterday. It was like almost a 3 hour thing. And I want to get into that, but I got to cut it down, try and get into the grassroots of what they were. So tomorrow we'll do that. Tomorrow we'll get to Sharon Moore and a few other things. But today, let's go ahead and get to the foolishness that is social media, that is the people's, that is the craziness around here. Now, first of all, I don't want to start with the dead people because let's do it. Okay, first of all, we'll go here. Okay, look, this is some dead people I want to acknowledge. Now, first of all, I said, child, not Reverend Jesse Jackson. I said, now what the hell? I was asleep. I was fully asleep, and my phone went off. And I said, now what is going on now? What is happening this morning? And lo and behold, him let me know that Jesse Jackson. I said, Lord, may he rest in peace. Now, to me, Jesse Jackson was a real life, like, political, ambitious, freedom fighting, for the people around here, okay? And I think the last time I seen him somewhere publicly, I was like, just where is he? I say he's sick. I am a full-fledged believer, and once somebody is sick and they look sick and they're having to be, pushed around or like don't look, don't push me around if I can't fully functionally recognize what's going on. I hate seeing folk who look confused. I be like, no, have me at home and have him send a little message, okay? So, Reverend Jesse Jackson, he had been sick for a while. I think he had Parkinson's. He had something, child. I can't think of what it was. So I was like, well, at least he's not in no more pain. Okay, at least all the ailments that he was dealing with, recently is no longer ailing his body. Okay, he's gone to the upper him and Dr. King and Malcolm up there talking. Now look, let's hope this. Let's hope if we get all the freedom fighters up in heaven, okay, hopefully they can have a conversation with Jesus, okay, and they can say, Lord, the people want you to get that orange man, okay, you keep taking us. We would put a bug in God's ear, okay, and let him know, hey, down there on the earth there, we need you to handle something real quick, Lord, okay, go get them. Okay, so I'm just saying, okay, but Reverend Jesse Jackson, okay, the race isn't given to the swift, neither to the strong, but to who endures to the end. The architects of America, okay, they are pillars and whatnot, but he is who he is. I'm reading the same thing that he was not simply a participant in history, he was infrastructure, a living, breathing bridge between protest and policy, between the pulpit and the presidency, okay, between what was promised and what was possible, okay. He will be son of a Greensville, South Carolina, who heard spirit was the girl who heard the spirit of yes. We can believe it was spoken. His 1984 and 1988 presidential campaign were not symbolic runs. It dared America to see it differently and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I said, child, not the Reverend. I was sad. I was very upset. But at the same time, I'm like, look, he was rounded with Dr. King and them. Rose, how long Rose have been there? Rose been there a long time. Focus, Jaylee. Focus. The reason I feel like it's sad because, I mean, like, I wish we had more freedom fighting political activists like we had back in the 60s and 70s, and we don't have that no more. So for me, it reminds me how he and folks like him is a dying breed. Okay, we have a couple of like we got Barack. Okay, cool. Jasmine Cracker. Okay, cool. But I mean, we don't have a full basket, a full handful of people that if push come to shove, when shit go left, they coming with us. Okay, so I think that's the sad part for me. But as far as him, he was 80, was he 84? 80 something. I can't think, I think it was 84. But he if you make it to 80, that is a blessing. He's endured a lot. Now some folk don't like, some folk know Al Sharpton, okay? I sometimes get Al Sharpton and Jesse confused because I know they both was around there. But some folk don't like and don't trust Al Sharpton. I think we all loved Jesse. And my brain is, Nelson dead, Malcolm dead, Martin dead, Jesse gone. It's just crazy. But again, he was. I don't ever want. Look, how can I say this? You never want to say, "Hey, it was time to go." But once somebody is sick and their body is, breaking down, and they're not able to have a fully functional life around here. I always say I'd rather they be paying less up in the heavens than down here fucking around with the craziest child. No, sir, Bob. Okay. Also, Robert Duvall. Now I feel like I have never watched The Godfather. I don't think I've ever seen any of the Godfathers in full. However, for some reason, I fully know Robert Duvall, and I feel like I don't know from which movies though, because I'm like, man, what did I like? Yeah, I never. Should I watch the Godfather? Maybe I'll watch maybe one day. I don't know. What was he in? What did he was in? I saw him in. Oh, the folk. Okay, so I know from more recent stuff. I may have to watch the guy. Oh, John Q. He was. That's right, John Q. That's the movie I know him from. But should I watch The Godfather? I had a Godfather like framed picture, bitch, and I never seen a movie. It's crazy. I had a Godfather one and I had a Scarface one. I gave my cousin one. I gave another one somewhere else. Okay, and I can't remember which person has which, but I've never seen it at all. The Godfather is why I don't fight for anyone. So I had cute. They were down in that movie. What is it? It's the mafia. I'm a all off kilter. Rest in peace to Robert Duvall. Now he was 96, no 95. He was not 95. Girl, look. Once you cross 86, 87, 89, and you're in your 90s, child, you just borrowed time. Okay, you didn't live life. You didn't all. There's nothing. I'm like, what can you do at 95 that you ain't did before? Maybe a threesome, and that will probably kill you. Anyway, may he rest in peace. I will probably one day watch the Godfather movies just because my dad loved those movies and I did not. I just couldn't get. I couldn't. I don't know. Oh no, I don't watch the Bird either. It was three Godfathers. It wasn't just one. This whole time, I thought the Godfather was one movie. Bitch, it's three of them. I'm on the thing, and I see part one from 72. I see part three, no part two and 74, and part three in 1990. Girl, anyway, may you rest in peace as well. Okay, you never know. Some people don't have the threesomes until they're old and gray. You know, and so, but I feel like if you're 95 and you fuck two people, you might die. You just your heart can't take it. Okay, you got it's vagina on one side, vagina. Well, it depends on what kind of threesome you want. Okay, because some folk may want two vaginas, some may want two penises. I don't know. Some may want a penis and a vagina, and it's extra. I don't know. However, okay, it is a blessing to live to be 95. So may he rest in peace as well. Okay. He was a young man. He was that's an old ass time. Now why you look crazy? What movie is that from? I'm gonna watch The Godfather because I just feel like I should. I've never done it, but I will get into it. Also Wendy Williams' daddy died. Now he was 90 something, I think it was 94. And so we ain't seen first of all, Wendy Williams was great. Now it's unfortunate I'm saying her day funeral. However, I'm like, she looks healthy, okay, and whatnot. And child, look, I'm not proud of that. Okay. What's the eyes for? Is it I need more. Is it the threesome? Is it the poster? I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, I don't know. The eyes to mean a lot. No, I've never seen it. You have a guy. Oh, do you have the Godfather one? But no, I've never watched it. Tell me what. Have you watched Axel Foley Part 3? No, I did not know. Sir, first of all, no, I did not know 3 Godfathers. I think is Al Pacino in it? I don't know. Back to see, he distracted me. But again, rest in peace to Wendy's daddy too. Because the child look, dead daddies is a hard thing. Child look, I swear to God, Saturday and Sunday, I was just in my bed under the covers crying. Okay, it's so weird. Like whenever it's the anniversary of my daddy's death, I be so fucking childish all of us. Okay, it's weird. It's weird. But Wendy, child, we with you as well. Okay, who was the star? Yeah, he's the star. Just what girl? Do I not? Hold on. I can't. I feel like I'm an idiot because I don't know what the movie for. Al Pacino is a star.
Yo,
what's the movie about?
The Godfather?
Yes.
It's a mafia movie. You gotta watch it.
But who is it? But Al is a star. Is he a star of the mafia?
Just watch it. I'm not going through this with you. Just watch it.
Okay, I'm hanging up on you.
Just watch it.
But what is?
Just watch it. I'm not doing that with you.
Why can't you say what it's about?
You don't even know it's 3.
Well, no. Have you watched Axel Foley Part 4 yet?
I'm about to hang up.
Okay, I don't know. It's called The Godfather. It's not called The Godfather.
2 and 3.
But it's got an S on it. It's like it's one Godfather.
I'm not doing this with you. It's called The Godfather. Then it was 1, then 2, then 3.
And it's the same person. He's the same Godfather.
I'm really about to hang up. I can't do this with you.
Why you think I'm
Watch it. That's your homework. Okay. Watch it. Report back.
Okay. Bye.
Have a great day.
Y'all see how you do me? I be asking real ass questions. He just be ignoring me. I just never thought to watch. But anyway, maybe all rest in peace, and that's what it is. It was some dumb shit going on to the people today, and I was upset. Now, first of all, Mardi Gras is going on in girl, where are they at? In New Orleans. And I know they be throwing beads and stuff. Now, why they threw a TV? Now, I feel like if you had Mardi Gras and someone throw the TV, I don't know who I'm because first of all, that's a lady holding up a TV. Now, I can't imagine not only holding the TV up like these, but to hawk that motherfucker over your head and into the crowd is really, really weird. Now, I don't understand why anyone would buy a TV to throw at Mardi Gras. I also don't know why anyone's fighting over fucking TV in the streets. It's weird. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, they got bottles and shit. Don't throw shit at me. We're gonna fight. Okay, we are going to fight. And I'm like, who the fuck come to Mardi Gras and get a TV? What they got a car to carry it home? I feel like, look, I'm not saying they ghetto, not saying they're ratchet. However, anybody holding a Moet bottle and holding up a goddamn TV over their head to toss out into the atmosphere, y'all need Jesus. Okay, they probably stole that fucking TV or the box. I don't. Either way it go, please don't throw TVs at people. I never thought that would be a thing I would have to say to someone. Okay, please don't throw TVs. It's just not safe. Because what if you hit somebody? What if a kid would have got hit with a fucking TV? Okay, and a kid just smushed on the ground around here, and it's weird. So I need folks to just cut it out. Okay, that was some dumbass shit. Part one. Dumbass shit. Part two. Now, again, y'all know I'm not for violence. Okay. However, a Maryland man was arrested because he removed the shoes of a 2-year-old girl and saw the feet in a Dave and Buster's. Now, first of all, I'm confused because I haven't read the story yet. How did the stranger get close enough to how did you get to my kid's feet? I don't even like folk standing by my table. So I'm wondering, how did someone get anyway? A 30-year-old man in Maryland was arrested in connection with an alleged assault of a child at a popular restaurant downtown Silver Springs. Per authorities, police identified the suspect as Christopher Michael Simpson. He faces charges including second-degree assault and assault related offenses after approaching a 10-year-old girl and the Dave & Buster's. It's unclear where parents or guardians were. You see, you can't be leaving your children in the Dave & Buster's alone. Okay, I know it's fun, it's toys and games and shit, but please keep an eye on your child, okay? Because the fact that a 30-year-old man was able to get close enough to the child, take her shoes off and her socks off and smell her feet. Now, I'm like, now, first of all, I hope somebody stumped him out in the parking lot because that's just weird. Okay? They found him and he's arrested. But what, to me, that's a sick, twisted individual. Okay? Jesus fixed it. And again, I hope somebody, because I don't like people. They're weird. And every time I hear somebody weird doing weird shit, it just makes me say, I'm not for violence. Okay, I have to say that. But sometimes it beat people up. Now, also, a sub teacher was fired from they was let go. Okay, let go, removed from the classroom because they told a student to keep your cotton picking hands to now cotton picking.
In the background of a student video journal, a substitute teacher is heard saying this.
Now she's Caucasian.
To a black student.
Keep your cotton picking hands to yourself.
It happened in an 8th grade classroom. The district has since removed the teacher, calling the phrase racially insensitive. But online, there have been mixed reactions, with some commenters arguing the phrase was common when they were growing up.
Look, Caucasian people telling folk, hey, I use that phrase because you're racist. I have never, in all of my black years on this black earth, I have never had anyone say, I've never used the phrase, and no one I know has ever used the phrase, keep your cotton picking hands. I don't pick cotton. So I don't even get how anyone can say cotton.
And there was no racial intent. We spoke with a historian who explains the origins of the phrase.
We see that phrase popping up in the in areas colonized by Europeans. And we know that a majority of the cotton picked in this country was by Black hands, enslaved hands for a good portion of it. Up until the 20th century, we can see that.
Lacey Wilson is a program manager at the Underground Railroad Education Center in Albany. She says over time, the phrase began to detach from its literal meaning, turning into Southern slang that eventually became a common phrase.
I think the first recorded use of the phrase we see by Bugs Bunny. And so I think a lot of the folks who think fondly on the phrase might be thinking about it from cartoon use.
Man, fuck Bugs Bunny.
If not from people that they love or in their community saying the phrase.
If someone said that to you, would you be offended?
I would question the history knowledge of the person who said it.
If someone ever said to me, keep your cotton picking hands off me, I would say, what makes you think my hands is made for picking cotton? What about me gives you cotton picking? My hands are, they kind of light. Okay, I got, you know what I'm saying, a little light. But what gives you cotton picking anything when talking or listening or nothing? So I don't, when Caucasian folk try to rationalize racial bullshit, it lets you know how racist they are. Because anyone should know in 2026, there should be no Caucasian person saying to a black person, hey, keep your cotton picking. And this is the thing, she knew she was wrong because she then said, oh.
In the background of a student video journal, a substitute teacher is heard saying this to a black student.
Keep your cotton picking hands to yourself.
And the whole lets me know she was not supposed to say it out loud. She probably said that at home around white folk about black people, them cotton picking hand niggers, which she maybe said, I don't know. But you can't chop anyway. If anyone says to you or your child, cotton picking, I'm against violence. But donkey kick them in the throat. Full donkey kick. Okay. Stupidity alert. Y'all can't be trying to steal shit and getting caught. Okay. A Florida man's get locked inside a landscaping van after trying to steal it.
That's the voice of this man, Dean Young, yelling from inside of a locked van.
Burglary of an unoccupied car and criminal mischief. Probable cause is found.
Young was before a judge Thursday after police say he attempted to rob this landscaping van. You can see in the video him getting out of his car, crossing the street, and getting inside the van. The owner of the van locked the vehicle when he started landscaping. That's when Young began screaming and kicking the doors for help because he was locked inside.
I guess the gentleman was trying to steal his things, but unfortunately, he got locked in.
Nursey Toledo, the homeowner, says he was banging on the door for a while.
He can't breathe. He was saying, get me out of here. I can't breathe. He would say, Papi, help.
The police were called, and as you can see in the Ring video, officers were getting Young out of the van. The arrest form says the landscapers did not let Young out until police arrived.
If I'm somewhere minding my business and you pull up and attempt to either steal my work van or steal my equipment out of my work van, I'm going to leave you locked in there until the police show up. Because I don't know if you have a gun, a chainsaw, a machete, okay, a spear. I'm not sure. But you can't be out here trying to steal lawn care vans, get stuck in the motherfucker, and then think I'm going to help you get out. No. If you can't breathe, your fault. Who told you to go in there?
There was machetes inside the truck, and he could have just come out and hurt anybody. So,
machetes.
They left them in there.
Young tells police that he was handing out business cards when a dog chased him. He got scared and ran to the truck for safety. But video shows a different story. That's the voice of
stupid. Okay, look, I don't like to give people advice on how to rob, steal, and whatnot, but I'm just saying, if you can't rob quickly, don't rob at all, okay? Because you had enough time to get in the van and get locked in, you are a bad robber, and you deserve to be arrested. I can't breathe, but bitch, who told you to go in there? I'm not in there. Why is you in there? Okay. Now, I'm not trying to facially profile anyone. I am not trying to body shame or face shame anybody. I'm just making observations. Okay. And I feel like if I'm going to have my child in daycare, I feel like, look, and look, we have seen Black people who look like crackheads. We've seen Caucasian folks who look like meth addicts. So this just happens to be the Black version. Okay. We've seen the Caucasianized folks and they look like meth addicts. But to me, no tea, no shade. They look like at one point they may have had crack. maybe not a full crack head, but if I walk into a daycare and now again, they could be 3 people's grandmamas. Okay, born in the 1930s. Okay, they've had a whole life. Their cotton picking hands is tired, child. All they want to do is babies and some babies. However, hitting kids with wooden spoons, bitch.
Child abuse investigation at a Brevard County daycare. Police say surveillance video shows very young children, including a 1-year-old, being physically abused. 3 employees are now charged and are also accused of trying to cover it up. West 2's Spencer Tracy spoke with.
Now, we just seen that white lady last week when she threw a shoe at a child, and I said they should beat her ass. Now, these 3 black women up here using child.
An attorney representing several families involved who says there could be more victims out there.
To spoon abuse?
This is a massive breach of trust for the community.
What was supposed to be quality.
That house, even though even though they painted the garage or that door to look real friendly, the house looked like a crack house. Now y'all don't need to know how I know what a crack house look like. Y'all know I've known drug dealers my whole life, child. Okay, so I've seen many crack houses. Okay, I told y'all somebody in the past life burnt down one, but this house and maybe it's the grass because the grass look real crack.
Care for toddlers. Instead, Rockledge police say turned into a place of abuse.
I think the police report says it best when it says that's become a culture of violence within a daycare. It's ridiculous.
Investigators say inside Gingerbread Manor child.
Gingerbread? Wasn't the lady in the child who wasn't the lady with a gingerbread house in the woods with Jack and Jill eating children? I don't want no fucking gingerbread ass.
Care. 3 employees are accused of using physical punishment, including hitting children between 1 and 4 years old with their hands and a wooden spoon. The 3 employees arrested are Stacy Jackson, Kia Walker, and Ativia King.
Now look, do they look like they hit children? Yes. Okay, yes. Do they look like if a child acts up, they're gonna pop them? Yes. Yes, okay. That's what you do at home with your own kids, your own grandkids, your own nieces and nephews. You can't be popping children aren't yours. Okay? You just can't.
They are all charged with aggravated child abuse and tampering with a witness. We went to the daycare, but the remaining workers there told us no comment.
Could they be beating asses too? They don't get caught.
Investigators say it was surveillance video inside this facility that showed what was happening. And they later found out.
Is those spray painted children and a girl? That's a crack house for babies. It's a crack house disguised as a daycare.
That some very young children were being hit as form of punishment.
My client's child had bruises on her. She noticed the bruises on her, thought that they were from playing, wasn't really quite sure what they were from.
Bryn Brito is an attorney representing multiple families in this case.
Now you find out that your poor child's been being abused.
First of all, the child, Hansel and Gretel, that's who it was. Hansel and Gretel, okay? The child, look, if Hansel and Gretel was a real life thing, that's the Hansel and Gretel gingerbread house. I am a firm believer in when you walk up to a business or whatever, it has to give off a very friendly, loving, safe feeling. I will walk up in a house and think, where are the crack pipes? Okay, black or white? Where are the crack pipes?
Used for how long? And how long did that child keep it in? And what did that child go through?
One arrest report.
It's a prison. Child.
A 1-year-old was grabbed by the hair, yanked to the ground, and dragged across the floor. Investigators say over time, some of the children appeared to become conditioned to the abuse.
It was prison. It's a child prison. The house, look, you have to have intuition when you see different things. That house, that building don't look kid friendly. It looks like a crack house / prison for children.
Or crying before anything even happened. The arrest report also says when DCF and police arrived, the 3 employees tried to disconnect and remove the video surveillance system and prevent children from being interviewed.
I think it's disgusting behavior, and it has to be, they have to be held accountable.
First of all, no, first of all, who owns the place? You're showing us the 3 black workers. Where are the actual owners? Okay. Where are the folks who look at the cameras? If kids have bruises and all that shit, someone knows what's going on. Don't blame who else is involved.
Covering Brevard County in Rockledge, Spencer Tracy, West 2 News.
Child, the crack house prison for children is crazy. Okay, protect your kids. Look, always ask questions. Okay. Always say, hey, where's the camera footage? If your child has 1 bruise, when your child, they hit me, mama, go up there and start kicking ass. Okay, don't wait for later. Go immediately, because I don't want to go. Not a crack house. Let's see, 5 teens arrested for reckless gunfire after shooting towards homes. Why y'all doing that?
Of teenagers recklessly shooting guns into a neighborhood. Look at that. This happened last Sunday in South Fort Worth. Police say.
Now, where they get the guns from? And the bullets.
Several 911 callers had reported bullets that were passing by their heads, causing them to drop onto the ground in fear. After spotting the security camera, the teens ran into their car. They drove away. Eventually, police did find them. They pulled them over. They arrested them all. 5 teenagers, ages 18 and 19, faced 2.
Where the fuck did 18 and 19-year-old kids get multiple guns with extra bullets to go in and why would go to a fucking shooting range? Why? Look, they probably crack babies or heroin kids. I don't know. But again, if you have children, nieces, nephews, or whatever, who are doing dumb shit like this, I feel like you are responsible, because where did the kids get the guns from? And then who said, hey, let's go to a neighborhood and start shooting record? Anybody could get killed.
Counts of deadly conduct. A group of teenagers recklessly.
Arrest them all. Okay, give each kid 5 years in prison and then 2 years of probation, and then force them to do 1,000 hours of community service after they're doing after prison. Because for 5 idiots to think, yes, this is smart, I'm gonna go pop some prison. Okay, prison. 18 and 19-year-old kids. Girl, I would beat DJ's ass. I'm so happy that my god kids, my nephew, all of the kids in my orbit are not these weird, devious, deceptive, deranged kids doing dumb shit. I mean, like dumb, harmful stuff. They're gonna make dumb decisions. They're gonna make, because that's a part of it or whatever. But I feel like driving drunk, shooting off guns, getting in a fight, stealing, that's dumb shit that can ruin your life. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that shit. Child, around here. Now, first of all, where the money at? Okay, Detroit police announced $500,000, okay, of drugs was found. Now, first of all, child, I be so in my own little orbit, I get so surprised that people. I'm like, people really be like deal like drug dealing, like dealing drugs.
Going to be there and watch you get taken to the court. We're going to be there when you're convicted and or sentenced.
If you're selling drugs in the city of Detroit, if you're selling drugs in this region, understand that we will identify you, we know who you are, and we're going to take you down.
Now, what drugs are these?
Engaged in narcotics enforcement in the city of Detroit, and I want our residents to know that when you call 224-DOPE and you let the Detroit Police Department know about it, you let this collaboration know about it.
224-DOPE. It's a dope phone. I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about no damn dope number and the D. I don't know no drug dealers now. All the drug dealers I know have retired. Okay, so I don't know. I would not even know what to call to get drugs. Okay, I barely know where to go and get some of them gummies. Okay, that's his job. He not a drug dealer. He goes to the dispensary. My point is, I would be shy. I'm like, what are those drugs?
That we're gonna do something about it.
What is those drugs? Because all I know is weed. Okay, why does it look light skin? Let's see. Authorities seize large amounts of crack cocaine, fentanyl, methamphetamines. Crack. It is child. I really can't believe people still smoke crack. I feel like there's a lot that you can learn from the past. And there should be no one on God's green earth that does not know or has not witnessed at least one crackhead. I don't know why anyone would still smoke crack. It's weird. And then the fentanyl and the methamphetamine, child. Somebody lost a whole bunch of money. Okay? The streets is going to be dry. God, girl. That is weird. People around here being lazy. Okay, 3 disabled men died from carbon monoxide poisoning because their caretaker left them in a running car for 4 hours while he went to eat and watch anime.
Everyone would know better than to leave people in a vehicle in a garage for that long with a car running. I feel terrible for their families. It's just a very tragic and sad situation.
A probable cause statement shows that 25-year-old Isaiah Palou stopped at his West Valley apartment for more than 3 hours on Friday to watch TV and eat. During that time, he left 25-year-old Colton Moser, 22-year-old Moza Atimoa, and 39-year-old Tim Jones in a running car in his garage. He found them dead when he returned. Nate Krippus with the Disability Law Center says he couldn't find words to describe the situation when he learned of it, but now his agency is among several taking action. We learned over the weekend that DHHS put conditions on Safe and Sound Services' day treatment license, and we obtained the state's notice today, which shows that the LLC cannot take in new clients, and they must immediately retrain all staff on safe practices for transportation and supervision of those clients.
Now, first of all, why the fuck and how the fuck will you take 3 disabled individuals to your house and leave them in a car while you go in the house to watch TV and eat for 3 hours? That's, first of all, that's murder. Okay. The dude was 25. Okay. Now he didn't kill a 25-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 39-year-old. I really wonder if do people not know about carbon monoxide poisoning? Like, do people not know you cannot be? I don't leave my car running in the goddamn oil tank place. Okay, bitch, open the windows around here. I don't want any problems. So I'm going to assume the 25-year-old was too stupid to know about carbon monoxide poisoning in a closed garage with the car running. Now, I'm assuming they leave it running because it was cold outside. Like, why did you? Like, this is in Utah. Ain't it hot in Utah? I feel like it's hot. So I don't know. It's weird. Okay. It said the fool told police I just wanted to get some food and watch my show. And you killed 3 people for some fucking food and some cartoons. He was supposed to take the men out for the day, but instead took them to his house. Why couldn't they come in the house and watch television with you? Because I work in the mental health space and we see people with all kinds of things going on, you can't have just anybody caring for people who are disabled, people who are mentally ill. You can't do that because this was now, first of all, the family should absolutely sue the company because y'all allow a worker to take 3 people somewhere and y'all had no tracking, no nothing. No, what was the plan? How trained was the fucking person driving? Okay, he said he went inside around 10. He went inside around 10:30 a.m. and came back outside at 1:30 p.m. You left them folks in the car for 3 hours, 4 hours with no food, no water, no nothing. It says Ring camera footage showed he got there close to 9 a.m. and didn't check on them for 4.5 hours. He also waited 20 minutes before calling 911. He also literally told despite the garage door had been open, which wasn't true. You committed a crime on camera, bitch. Girl, look. Be careful who you trust with people. It's just weird. I think the last was the girl, child, me crazy what I got on here to talk about. Oh, boom, this lady.
Thomas arrested in Lakeland for attempting to kidnap 4 children.
She's a mean woman. She's a criminal. And now she's locked up where she belongs.
Thomas is accused of pretending to work for the Department of Children and Families, showing up to a Polk County home Friday and trying to take one of the children back to his mother, who a court ruled was unfit to be a parent.
So you impersonated a state worker, kidnapped or tried to kidnap a child, and give the child to an unfit parent. Okay.
And in fact was a danger to the health and welfare of the child. So she was going to do something very, very bad.
An affidavit filed by investigators shows Thomas threatened to take all 4 kids from their babysitter, even calling 911, thinking a deputy would help her commit the crime.
The deputies, of course, did their investigation and found out that, of course, she's not a DCF employee, but she tried to fake her way through it. She's a fraud. She's currently a jailbird.
The true hero here, the sitter, who denied entry to the house and protected the little ones. Sheriff Judd says she's someone everyone would want watching their kids.
She dug in and protected those children as if they were her own children. She was not letting this lady leave with those children.
Nicole Thomas arrested in Lakeland for attempt.
I hope they give her kidnapping 4 kids, falsifying yourself as a state worker. Maybe she's insane. Maybe she has a mental issue. That don't matter. Look, stop doing dumb shit. Okay, I feel like look, I'm not going to commit a crime to help my friend, which would only end up getting me and my friend in more trouble. And if I know my friend is an unfit parent, I'm going to say, bitch, no, right now, you don't need to have a kid. Like, go get whatever help you need, and then we'll figure it out. But girl, I am not kidnapping no kids. Okay? I mean, I might help you bury your body. I'll pop the trunk, okay? I'm not kidnapping no children. I can't do it. Can't do it. Is weird. Child, that whether is still missing. Okay, look. I do not want to sound insensitive at all. I really do not want to hear anything else about the missing lady. What's her name, child? Nancy. Because at this point, whoever has Nancy, they not giving her back. Okay, no one kidnaps an old white lady for fun. Okay, no one. So unfortunately, I feel like whoever kidnapped her, she ain't with us no more. Okay, whoever kidnapped her has probably moved and left and got away and is gone somewhere. And it's very, 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 very sad that I feel like the mom is gone. You know what I'm saying? Because no one kidnaps an old white lady, for an old disabled white lady at that, for ransom. And they then ask for whatever the money is they want to get, okay? And the girl said, hey, we'll pay you. We'll pay the money to get her back or whatever, and then nothing happens. What that means to me is either whoever tried to ransom the mama off didn't really have her and was just trying to get some money, okay? Or two, she dead. That's a very sad thing. And I would be, first of all, if it was my mom, I would not want breaking news when there's nothing really newsworthy. You know, yes, keep looking for my mom, find my mom, absolutely. But I feel like it is a consistent update, and nothing new has came along at all. So it's a $200,000 reward for information into either where she is or whatever. But I'm like, if the kidnapper said, hey, we want this amount of money, and that hasn't gotten her back, I feel like this reward money isn't going to help. I think, in my opinion, the reward money is they just want to know where the body at. Okay? Because we want to be able to know she's gone, bury our mama, and then be able to grieve forever. And it's just so fucking unfortunate. They did say also that the family was allegedly cleared of any suspicion of the missing mama. I saw folks saying, why didn't, the camera show, did the camera show her going in the house? Did the camera, I'm like, at this point, child, was the cameras even running? So she's still missing. The family was cleared in any wrongdoing so far. If you know where she is, child, get to 200K. But I fully feel like she is gone to glory. I feel like that mama probably was gone to glory that first week. Because whatever she did, I think it was some kind of medication she needed to survive. And she been gone, 2-3 weeks now? Okay. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not, she's been missing since February 1st. Wait. Yeah, she was missing, so that's been 17 days. And Jesus, fix it. Okay? That's it. That's all. Okay? Look, y'all take 30 good old seconds, like the video, and then we will finish the stuff. Okay? And we are back. Okay. Look, a couple of stories, and then we'll go to bed. One, Beyonce is warning y'all to get y'all money together. Okay, Beyonce only posts when she wants y'all to come buy something. So I don't know what she gonna sell us or whatever, but Beyonce, this is Beyonce's bat signal. Okay, get your money together, save some dollars. Okay, I got either album coming, bitch, a new hair care line, some shoes, some lipstick, but you need to spend some money and I need to make some money. Okay, these are pictures from her. I think from her Super Bowl party. Okay, and whatnot. But again, whenever Beyonce gets, it's a beautiful coat. Whenever Beyonce gets the posting, bitch, get your money up. Okay. Because you know she don't post. First of all, Beyonce be at home minding her business. Okay. She don't be child. I'm like, she be like, fuck y'all. I don't care. At all. So whenever she start posting pictures from events, she's outside for a reason. Okay. I'm just saying. So I'm warning y'all now. Don't try to be complaining. Beyonce said, bitch, run. Okay, run to the box office. I have something on the way. Now, I'm not doing it, Beyonce. I'm not doing it. Okay, leave it be. Happy birthday, well, belated birthday. First of all, Megan Thee Stallion, okay? She turned 31, okay? And I said, girl, blue hair. Now her Act 3 music is coming. Okay, and so she'll hold a little photo shoot. Okay, but happy 31st birthday to Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, her and Clay was out here vacationing, having a good time. She looks good. I love the fact that she seems to be in a very happy and healthy relationship. Okay, Clay seems very, very nice. His family seems very, very nice and whatnot. We heard no bull stuff. Okay, she's flourishing. Okay, riding the penis. Okay, Clay seems happy on a boat, bitch, on the island, by the water. Okay, reverse cowgirl and whatever. Okay, So happy birthday to our Megan Thee Stallion. And he also got her a car. Child, he now because in her what's that man name? Shannon Sharp interview from I think last year, maybe the year before last, she had mentioned that her dream gift that she wanted would be a Bentley. Bitch, and he got her Bentley. Okay. He said, girl, here. Okay, happy birthday, boo. A beautiful blue Bentley. I said, you better do it, Clay. Look, Clay and Meg really seem different. And what I mean is, we witnessed Megan in her hot girl era, hanging, partying, or whatever. We've seen her, back when she was hanging out and she was popping. You know what I'm saying? We've seen her with party. Okay. There is a different aura about her now. And I don't think that has anything to do particularly for Clay. I think she's in a better headspace. And she's in a happier, healthy mind, body, and soul space. And so she's able to be that way with Clay. Okay. So happy birthday to her. Now, what's the girl name? What's she at? Hold on. Porsha. Okay, because she's on the thumbnail. Porsha wants y'all to still believe she's a lesbian. Okay. Now, while I still feel like Porsha and her girlfriend Sway was putting on, like, even not to compare and contrast. Okay. But I feel like when I look at Clay and Meg and how they genuinely feel and look happy, and nothing ever feels like it's for the cameras. It's for attention. It's for social media, whatever. With Porsha and Sway, for some reason, it always feels like a stage and a show. it always feel like, let's do this for the cameras. Not, hey, you know what? I'm living life, we out and about, at the movies, at the mall, at the donut hut, at the air pressure point, anyway, at the gas, whatever. It always feel like Porsha and the Sway Girl, and only what they post. I can't say what they like, 'cause I don't know them in real life. What I can say is the posts they put on social media, okay, comes off as produced. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. That's fine. But, you know what I'm saying? Girl. To my lover, Porsha. Okay. If you say so. I'm letting it be, bitch. Go ahead and keep eating coochie. Okay. Have a ball. Well, a vagina. Have a ball or whatever. It's weird to me, and I be confused sometimes, okay? And whatnot. Because you can't say, I want to keep myself private. I want to keep my life private. I want to have this. I want to keep this to myself. But then it's a whole production shot with lights and camera and record and all that shit. No. Show the watch. Show my outfit. So, anyway, I'm just saying. If they like it, I love it. Okay. Let's see how long it lasts. Okay. Girl. Look, I really do want Porsha to find happiness and love. And if she found love in a vagina, fine. I don't like vagina. Okay. It ain't my thing. I like penis. Okay. That's my thing. So I want her to be happy, but it feels staged. It feels like, okay, it's a show to put on. But I mean, that's how she get paid. Anyway, so that's Porsha. I said, girl, fix it. Tyra. Now, I'm pretty sure by now everyone has watched. Well, I hope y'all have watched the America's Next Top Model thing. Now, there was a piece in either part 2, I think it was part 3 of the documentary for America's Next Top Model, where they talk about the girl Tiffany and her and Tyra and the whole, I was rooting for you, I rooted for you, learn from this, okay? And now they're saying the scene that we saw was like cut down, that Tyra was like going off, the Tyra said to that girl, you're gonna go home and be homeless on the floor to a baby, and to all be seen that was cut out. We know that on the documentary thing, Mr. J said, like the following day, like it was lawyers around, it was a whole thing. But Tiffany was not in the documentary. That's Tiffany now. Okay. I said, girl, a fake tattoo. But Tiffany had posted on social media.
Broke from it, and I learned, take responsibility for yourself.
When they were done shooting.
So that's the scene that even all these years later, people still remember this. I remember this episode. I was like, bitch, she is mad. She is upset. Now, what I will say is, and also anybody who did not watch Top Model in real time, your opinion don't matter. Okay. If you rewatch the show now and you are 20, it's a different time. It's a different time. Even if you like people, if you watch All in the Family, okay, and how Archie Bunker was a complete racist. Okay. Even how George Jefferson would call him a honky. Like there's certain shows that was different then versus now, whatever. So if you did not watch it in real time, I almost don't care what you say. But anyway, Tiffany commented and said, hold up, Tyra Banks, let's keep it cute. You are one lying ass, tired ass bitch. You know how you treated me the whole time, off and on camera. You was a bully. You treated me like shit and said the nastiest things about me and my son. That is not how the argument went. But y'all edited to make it look like you cared. Also, fuck Shade Room, fuck your weird ass fans, and fuck Tyra Banks. I bet you won't sit down with me face to face and talk about it. I also fuck my family too because y'all don't ever defend me. I got more money and helping more people than all or many of the top models. But that's the update y'all give. Damn shame. It's giving y'all still hating on a little black ass me. Tyra Banks whole, just let it go. It's been over 20 years. So she made that post on the thing. I think it was on IG. I went to her page trying to see. Look, I don't know if it was a real post, if she did a post and delete, or what it was. But hold on. Because this is her page. And child, not her talking about JT. The girl DT, I don't understand. What I don't understand is why you be talking all that money talk and broke. I know you're struggling. Now she's struggling right now on your music track, but baby, Tyra was fake and pretended to care about us black girls, but she didn't. Bitch, how she love us, but wouldn't even get the right people to do black girls' hair and makeup. She was a bully and fake as fuck, just like I hear your weird ass. Girl, not she beefing with JT. Girl, anyway. Not she beefing with JT. So this is Tiffany now on her social media. I believe she works with like a mental health or whatever. I'm not sure what. Cool. But girl, she really had a tattoo on her face. It's weird. It's weird. But she said, fuck y'all. I said, I guess so. Look, Tyra is getting a whole lot of backlash. Most people feel like Tyra is the villain. They feel like Tyra did not hold herself accountable for what happened, on the show and whatnot from the documentary. I also heard that Tyra didn't produce the documentary. It made Tyra look bad because she didn't say much. Now, I don't know if they cut stuff out. She could have said, I'm not sure. But Tiffany's upset because she was a part of the part 3 of the documentary, where they still frame it as in Tyra was upset with Tiffany not putting her best foot forward, and she went off because she was so upset with the lack of, I guess, effort Tiffany put in. And so Tiffany said, fuck you, Tyra. I don't care. You're a hard girl bitch. And now she beef with JT. At this point, there's nothing Tyra would be able to say that would make anybody who experienced her on that show, was on that show with her. I don't think there's nothing she can say that would change people's perception of her. You either hate Tyra for what happened, you can comprehend it was, a different time back then. 30 years ago, it was new. Reality TV was new. There was no blueprint. And some of the same thing that happened then is happening now on shows. So I'm like, look, I watched the show back then. I liked it. I did not know all the ins and the outs. What I do know is someone had sent me I'm gonna do it tomorrow because someone has sent me a clip of an interview that Shandy did with Oliver Twix 5 years ago, where she discussed the alleged Milan incident. And 5 years ago, she didn't have the same recollection that she had on the documentary. I will get into that tomorrow. I want y'all to, and this is the thing, it's not, because I don't want anyone to feel like anyone is trying to devalue or try to victim blame or try to take away from Shandy's experience. But I do feel like if she did interviews over the years and we never heard this version of how she felt things happened to her, can we be upset if Tyra didn't know that Shandy felt like she was too drunk to consent? If Shandy didn't say to her, it was saying, so I will get to that tomorrow. It will not be y'all are mad at Tyra. Now people are then saying they should have a Bad Girls Club documentary because of how crazy that show was. Tanisha was like, I remember watching. I think I stopped watching that show after like season 5. I think the last season I remember was the girl Blue with the blue hair. That's really it. They were also commenting and saying things. Blue said, Bojanica said they made our house hot so niggas could be mad. I only realized that it was attention when they came upstairs with coats on and $500. Can't believe like that. They only got paid $500. They get paid $500 and had to pay to get a girl. I'm gonna say this: if every show that has been out for the past 30 years, if they had a behind the scenes deep dive, thing for each show, it will all be the same. It will all be upset cast and production or the folks that be saying, I didn't do it, I didn't know. Back then they weren't paying people on the show. I don't think people didn't get paid like housewives, maybe basketball wives. So, child, it's a whole thing. But I'm like, at this point, bitch, just do all the shows, okay? Do a behind the scenes on everything. DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, and whatnot. Trey Songz went bald. And I don't know why Trey Songz, who had a concert, right? I don't know why Trey Songz was singing, right? I don't know who told Trey Songz to wear a do-rag and then pull the do-rag off during the song to reveal he's bald. So he shaved his head. Now, we've seen Trey Songz with braids. We've seen Trey Songz with like a fade and like a hair, a regular haircut or whatever. We've never seen him bald. I do wonder what made him shave all his hair off. He looks very different bald. I'm not saying that in a good or a bad way. It almost looked like Dr. Evil, So Trey won't probably know he's bald. Now I'm a bald man. Okay. I cut my hair off. But it was weird that he pulled the do-rag off. I'm like, why would you do that? Now he also was, he was upset. He said, there, y'all, I can't cut my hair. Yes, you can, Trey Songz. You can absolutely cut your hair. The weird part was how you exposed the bald head. It was the pulling off, it was the sliding off of the do-rag, okay? Now, do Trey Songz even have social media? I don't follow that, man. Let me see, Trey. Because what would his name be? Is it Mr. Trey Songz? Does he have? He does have social media. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Trey Songz does have a social media. Okay. That's an old thing. No, that's not bald. Listen. No, where's the picture, Tracy? Why are you playing this so damn much? When did he go bald? It ain't no pictures. I don't care. But yeah, it's a weird bald head. It's a Mr. Evil bald head. He said, "Leave me alone, ho." Ray J is out here. Look, I don't know why anyone. This was for around Valentine's Day. Ray J was at a performance, and Ray J had on shades, and under the sunglasses, under the shades, he had red dripping from his eyes. I don't know why Ray J would want people to feel like he's bleeding from his eyes. I don't know what that has to do with Valentine's Day. And if anybody comes near me and they're dripping blood, bitch, get away from me. Okay? After COVID, don't come right. Look, don't come around me with no fluids. Okay? I don't want it. Okay, and unless we have a full-fledged understanding to share our fluids with each other, I don't need no extra drippage because you are trying to, I don't know, go viral. That's the weirdest shit ever. And put your tongue in your mouth, sir. Then he in a jail suit, took the jail suit off, okay? He then has some kind of child chest patch because he didn't told us his heart is dying. So I don't know, child. So that all had went viral. Okay, because Ray J does stuff for attention. He put the chest plate thing on because he wants y'all to believe he's that girl. He really should. Why is it?
Don't laugh. I did not laugh. You said this nigga sick. Ha ha ha. That's not fair.
What the fuck is Bobby? What is Bobby Valentino wearing, girl?
Okay. Yeah, we're okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't do that. Well, hey, y'all, we perfectly fine. Ain't nobody say, look at me. I'm fine, y'all. All right, fuck off.
But I don't. Anyway, that's y'all friend. R. Kelly child is in the lockup. He's already in prison, okay, but he is now in the little solitary confinement because his roommate was not his roommate, his cellmate. His cellmate, I think, got caught with a cell phone, so their cell got raided. Okay, when the cell got raided, they found a retired warden's phone number in R. Kelly's notebook. Now you know in prison, you're not supposed to have any contact with the staff. You should not have their phone numbers, address, whatever, nothing. You shouldn't have any of that. And if they catch you with it, it's called contraband. Okay, so per his attorney, okay, he's under review with this. He's in the FCI Butner Medium 1, North Carolina, okay, processing thing, because the phone number of retired warden from his book. He said, however, R. Kelly was in a mentor program designed to guide fellow inmates, which was overseen by the former warden. Prior to his retirement for leaving, the warden allegedly provided Kelly with his personal cell phone number for program-related guidance. And I feel like, but isn't that against the rules in general? I feel like if you can't have a working staff members, whatever, I feel like would he also not be able to have a retired or someone who no longer work? It's weird, you know? And if the man used to be in charge of the program, he isn't anymore, what can he do? So again, because they found the phone number on R. Kelly's person, he was then put in the confinement. Okay, and the reason they found it again was because was because he got his cellmate got caught with a cell phone. That's worse. Don't you get me caught up in your shit. You up here with a cell phone, and if R. Kelly's cellmate had a cell phone, I'm going to bet my life R. Kelly was using that phone too. It probably was R. Kelly's phone. Because how a cellmate got a cell phone, not R. Kelly. Anyway, he's in prison still. And he ain't getting out. Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather will be having an exhibition fight in Africa. Let me say this, okay? It was postponed from back in 2020. Was it 2024? No. It was postponed from some other time. Look, Mike Tyson is a trumper. Okay. Floyd is an idiot. So when I tell you I don't care, because one, they not gonna fight for real. Neither one of them gonna be swinging up real punches. And I don't care. Like, I feel like it's not even like, oh, one of them good. Like, Mike now is not the Mike he was when he was boxing. When Mike was boxing back in the 90s, that was a killing machine. Okay, that was intense. That was intentional pain being inflicted on the people. Mike is not that same person at all. I don't know if he's too high now because he has his own weed or whatever. I'm not sure, but he's not the same fighter he used to be. Floyd ain't never been a fighter. Like, to me, Floyd is quick on his feet, but he don't be throwing punches. I am from the school of beat they ass. Okay, throw some punches, black some eyes, bite the ear off. Okay, knock a nigga out. When we have these matters now where they're not doing anything, every fight does not have to be a knockout, but throw real punches. Try to connect. If I want to see fake fighting, I watch wrestling. I don't want to watch boxing for fake fighting. I don't. I feel like boxing fakely is like a fake orgasm. Who wants a fake orgasm? Nobody. You want a real orgasm, okay? So no one wants two retired fighters to fight for what? For what? For what? You got to pay to watch the fight. It's going to be no real winner. It's going to probably be some kind of fucking draw. Floyd not going to really swing to connect. Mike going to be tired and shuffling around the ring. And it's a money grab. And I'm like, that ain't how I was like, man, look, when my dad and my mom would have fight parties or whatever, it was popping. Okay. You watch every fight. Okay, you watch every fight. And not because it was so violent, but because the boxers wanted to win. And now no one really wants to win. They just want to not lose. It's a difference. There's a difference in, hey, I don't want to win. I want to not lose. Then what you winning for? What if you do not want an orgasm? Do not put your penis in a vagina. Okay, if you do not want to box and beat ass, do not go in the boxing ring. So I'm not at all excited about it. Am I gonna watch it? Yeah. Why? To talk shit. But it's not, you know what I'm saying? Child Negroes. Negroes. If y'all care, I don't want to have a live after show about it either. I gotta cut this stuff off. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to remove stuff so I can be sure that I'm done with it. Child, pop that pussy, do the round Luke wants to run for Congress. Luke had a song called "Pop That Pussy, Do the Brown, Bitch." Pop that pussy, shake them titties, and do the brown. Okay, that man said, "Hey, I want to run for Congress." Now, look, I don't know who. I don't know who was the first like non-political person to run for a political seat. I blame Jesse Ventura. I blame Arnold Schwarzenegger because I feel like when Jesse Ventura who ran for either governor, he ran for something. And then, Arnold ran. I blame them because to me, in my memory, those are the first like non-political people. So they were like, Arnold was an actor. Jesse was a wrestler, for WWE, and they both got into the political world, and then did what they did or whatever. So I fully blame them, okay? Because Luke popped that pussy to the ground, wanting to run for. I said, for what? He's running for the Florida 20th congressional district after decades putting on for the community in courtrooms, business, and youth. Not again. Luke was the one out there saying, political. Well, no, not political. Trying to fight for rights of artists because he's like, hey, if our music is gonna be explicit, just put explicit on here and then still play it. So he, did things in that regard. But I feel like, pop that pussy, do the girl. I'm not gonna do the song. Look, qualified people are the ones that should run for these seats. Okay, if you're not gonna really do the fucking job, please go sit the fuck down. Okay, please go do that. Now I don't live in Florida, so I have no dog in this fight. But Luke said, "Bitch, vote for me." Okay, and when you vote for me, pop that pussy to the ground. He better not have no strippers at the time. It's gonna be weird. Cause I'm like, get them titties to the ground. Cam Newton. Well, first of all, Cam Newton and that girl. What's the girl name? I don't know the girl. And Ashley Nicole Moss. They had that show called BT. No, it was 106 in Sports. Now, when they kept trying to they kept trying to like a little preview or promotion for the 106 in Sports show. I said, first of all, I need everyone to know the 106 in Park BT days are dead. Okay, countdown music shows is dead. Trying to capitalize off of 106 in Park and calling it 106 in Sports was stupid. Okay, first of all, I don't think enough people like Cam Newton to tune in. I don't know who the girl is, but they both got fired. And don't forget, Cam said, I don't have no ugly friends. No, I don't have no cute friends. So she's ugly. But again, the show was canceled after 8 episodes. I don't know. Did anyone watch one? Did anyone watch at least one episode of 106 in Sports? Was it on BT on the TV show? On the TV? Was it on BT Plus? I don't even know where you could watch it at. So it's weird. But the show got canceled. Okay. I don't like Cam Newton. And I don't understand. Like there are some, male athletes who, are retired now and they're doing all these other things, broadcasting, hosting, and blah, 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 blah. I'm not against former sports people, athletes, whatever, doing other shit outside of playing sports. But Cam Newton is a energy sucking asshole. Okay, now first of all, I also do not watch his podcast at all either. I only see the clips on social media. Okay. And he had the girls from Poor Mind podcast on, and they were getting his ass.
Should be married by now.
Says who?
Y'all, you put 2 babies in her.
Yeah.
What else do you need? Y'all in a house together?
Mm-hmm.
Everything. What else?
Yeah.
I know that girl want to get married.
She does.
So marry her.
You talk to her?
I could. Tell her to come to Poor Minds.
I'm trying to tell you.
Give us a number.
Huh?
Say, give us a number.
911.
But I'm saying though, like, I think that from what I see, because I guess you said you put the content out for us to see. From what I see, she seems like a great woman. Great. She loves being a mother. She went on tour pregnant with your jersey on.
Yeah.
Representing.
That was intentional.
You know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say she's done so much. It's like I think you can get on one knee and make it right. It's time to make.
Now, first of all, not everyone wants to get married. Let's say that. Not everyone wants that legal paper commitment and whatnot. Some people do just want a healthy companion, okay, to help pay some bills, okay, to have sex with, to watch our favorite shows together, eat food here and there, also give me my space, get away from me a day or two and whatever, but I still love you or whatever. You may not really want the full marriage, but you do want a committed relationship that is equally compromising to what you both want. I think with Cam Newton don't want to get married. Cam Newton want to continually be a fuckboy and pop babies into women repeatedly and move on. I think Jasmine is content with being whatever he wants. Whatever you want to do, I want to do that. But I do feel like if he proposed her, she would want to get married.
Make it right. He needs to be an honest man.
But I feel like marriage is
I should be married by now.
Something, at least in my opinion, I think marriage is something that needs to happen with both parties already. Like, just because a certain amount of time has passed, I feel like we all have decisions. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, they have 2 kids together, but like, just because they have 2 kids together, to me, is not a reason to just go ahead and get married.
And I need,
but he's not ready, because then he's gonna be an anxious.
I mean, but a baby is a bigger commitment than a marriage is.
Boom. It's like you can get divorced if you want to, okay? But when you put your penis in someone, or you let someone put their penis in you, and y'all have a baby together, that's a fucking human being. That is a deep, deep commitment. So I never understand how folks be like, yeah, I want to purposefully create life with you. Not a oops baby, not a, you know what? I didn't pull out right. The condom broke. I was young and dumb. Okay. When you grown, and you've had a few kids, you live life. You should not be making babies with people and not wanting to really be with them when you know that's what they want. Can be fucking people for no reasons.
People just love popping out kids.
I don't think people love popping. I think some people just be wanting to have kids. Like, they don't necessarily think that they need to wait until marriage. I think that that should be the order of things, but that's just not always the case. Hell, if that was the case, a lot of us wouldn't be here, including me.
Ooh.
So, I mean, it just don't always happen that way. But I just think, too, people should take the pressure off of people of getting married just because y'all have kids together. Are y'all aligned? Are y'all ready to be married? Have y'all
Bitch, once you're... Look, she's saying stuff... My opinion only. When you are young, teenagers, 20s, that's I got pregnant and it was what it was. That's that. Okay. I had many friends who had kids in high school. I have friends who had kids in their early 20s. But once they was like, you know what, this is some weird ass shit. I don't do this. You should not be in your 30s, damn sure not in your 40s, saying, you know what, I just want a baby. And he may not be shit, and he may already have 8 kids, but I want to be the 9th kid's mama. So it's weird to me that braided hair girl are trying to mainly say, well, you know, sometimes just have kids and don't have a marriage. And again, there's a difference between wanting to get married and wanting to be in a committed relationship where your dude or your girl is not actively embarrassing you on a regular fucking basis.
went through counseling? Like, have y'all worked something? At least in my opinion, I think marriage is something that needs to happen when both parties are through all of y'all issues. Do it make sense on paper?
I agree with that.
And it's clown. If y'all don't have a good relationship, why are y'all fucking and getting pregnant? Fucking and getting pregnant is something that you did as a teenager and in your early 20s. Cam is too old to be going through this. But you can absolutely be in a committed relationship and you know we good. But that's not what Cam and Jasmine give off. Cam gives off, I'm having fun. Okay, I need what I need. And if the woman can't give me what I need, I'm going to leave. And that's not a committed relationship. That's controlling the situation. And you can't want me to fuck you and only do what you want me to do. And if I don't do that, then you're out. But then we can't fuck. We damn sure can't have no fucking babies. I'm damn sure not popping out to your kids when I know how you are.
But I would say that's for people, no shade. This for people on their first baby mama that want to get it right the first time. You done had 3 goddamn times.
But to me, if you've been married before and it didn't work, that's even more reason to be more careful the next time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I feel like if you on your third, no shade, no disrespect, on your third baby mama, God damn it, what is you doing?
So let me ask you,
I'm standing right
here. Is it because, like, are y'all not married because you don't want to be married or because you're not ready?
I chase happiness.
Okay.
The fuck does that mean? I chase happiness. So you're not happy, do you leave?
Okay. Through all of y'all issues, do it make sense on paper?
Okay.
And it might not even be good. It just look good.
Say less. What my relationship look like?
Hell.
And it does. You know, Cam saying I chase happiness. But what does that mean? We all want to be happy, but life sometimes will not be happy. There will always be a day where the person you love with all your heart gets on your fucking nerves. And that could be an unhappy day. And if every time my man was unhappy, I had to fear him leaving me, how can I be happy? Because I'm constantly trying to make him happy, which makes you deny yourself and what you want and what you need and what you require. Because you were about what he want, girl. So that aggravated me, okay? And then when they were having a conversation, okay, separately or whatever, again, he has 9 kids and 3 baby mamas, okay? And this nigga.
Let's just be honest. If we're talking about hierarchy, you've been with your husband how many years?
Hierarchy. Is that how it's pronounced? Is it called hierarchy? Or is it
Not that many. We knew.
It's new as well.
We went friend to fiance. Let's say 6 months.
Okay, cool.
I also don't understand why women keep going and having conversations with Cam Newton. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Ooh, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if you had a 3-year-old? You still gonna choose your fiance over your 3-year-old?
Is it his baby?
It don't matter who it is.
I mean, it really doesn't matter. You're right. I'm not choosing a fiance. I'm choosing my husband.
Because this is what I want you to understand.
Yes.
You've been married for 6 months, right? That child has been in your life for 3 years. 3 years and 9 months. The hierarchy there is like, it's my responsibility to nurture this.
I got to ask you a question, because for me, that's really hard for me to even wrap my mind around, because I won't be baby mamaed without a commitment of marriage. So it's hard for me to wrap my mind around having a 3-year-old and then having a new man. Now, I know that happens every single day.
Now, she sound dumb. Okay? She sound dumb. Trying to make us, I won't be big mama. First of all, you don't know what's gonna happen. Okay? You can be married, know that man for 30 fucking years. He could leave you and you're a baby mama. Okay? So stop it. Anybody can become a single parent because life.
And there is no right or wrong way. But so this is my question. Do you feel like women's value gets lowered when they have multiple children by multiple men?
Now what, bitch?
It's almost hurtful to me to watch her be so dumb.
Now, why the fuck would you ask him that question? Why would you ask Cam, big ass hat Newton, okay, ankle socks showing Newton, if women's value, decreases? His tackhead ass gonna say yes.
I just think that the reality of that answer is women's value get lower the more children that they have.
Right.
I hate assholes. I hate assholes. They get on my nerves.
Shut your mouth. Okay?
Nigga, what?
That down.
Because, and I was having this conversation, with one of the mother of my children.
One of the 3 baby mamas I've generated.
And she's still fine. You know what I'm saying? But like I was telling her, I was like, yo, the guy that you're dating or will date, if he ain't willing to love on these 5 children that you have, that ain't the guy for you.
Now, I'm like, first of all, what mother would date someone and be with someone who doesn't want to be a, helping hand, a loving ear to their kid? My mom met my dad when I was in the 1st grade. Okay. And, she had me and my sister. He had with his ex-wife, my brother. And I don't have many memories of when she did bring him around. Him not trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't try to be the daddy, but he absolutely knew he had to be respectful to the fact that his girlfriend had 2 children. And he was inclusive. We were always included. That's why now we, you know, like we never use the term step nothing at all. At all. So it's like, what kind of nigga is you to even say to your baby mama, hey, you know, whoever you date, he gotta be a father to the kids. Nigga, really?
Because when I came into your life, I was willing to accept you and whatever you had.
And what the fuck makes you think you special and that no one else does that? That's, niggas is weird. I don't know why they think that people can't be like adults.
And there's guys that's out there that's just going to say, them ain't my kids. I want you. Well, that ain't how it worked. But that's not to say that she can't find nobody.
Right.
What makes him think women with children can't find someone so their value has decreased? Again, I never understand why anyone watches him in his interviews, or why anyone goes on to talk to him. Because what makes you think that women, nigga, you have 9 children. I think 2 may not be his, you know, biologically, whatever. But you've created at least 7 children with 3 other women. If anyone's value has decreased, nigga, is you. You know what I'm saying? Because what makes you think that because she's had children, no one will value her? And if that's the case, why would you impregnate 3 separate women who you have no intent on being with for the long haul? So you're helping devalue women yourself with the 7 children you put in them? You've devalued 3 women?
Pretty sure she has somebody.
Right. But do you feel like it's as the best that she could possibly do if she didn't have children?
Well, you're talking to a dude that was once in her life. I don't feel like she's going to get better than me. That's just my confidence.
I don't even think it's confidence. I have said, and I might get eaten alive, I don't think most women do better than the father of their children.
Tell that to the women whose kids' daddy ain't shit, don't pay child support, was abusive, left them. Cam is putting money on his status, not him as a person. Okay? If Cam was a broke nigga in the hood with 3 kids, with 3 baby mamas and 9 children, he'll be community dick. And this bitch, I don't know who she is, but you saying for you to think that women can't do better than their child's father, you don't know who they got knocked up by. Because a lot of women get knocked up by strangers, not in the sense of they fucking hurts, but you can be with someone, get pregnant by someone who you've been with for years, and out the blue, they are a complete asshole, a bad person, and you like, who the fuck did I have children with? I know plenty of women and men who hate their kids' other parent, because once the kid was born, everything switched. So, girl, whoever you are, bitch, we don't like you either. Girl, I can't stand Cam fucking Newton. Okay? So I want him to suck a dick. Next up, Todd. Okay, Todd. Todd posted on the social medias the other day, right? You know, he recorded himself driving, singing, rapping a song, "Stay Scheming."
I ride for my dog.
And he said, "Fuck it." Stay scheming. Talk about marrying and having kids with somebody, and then lo and behold, 14 years later, who the fuck did I marry? Okay. Todd posting "Stay Scheming" and saying, "Fuck it, girl." Todd, fucking Todd. Okay. Todd also responded to the whole thing about Kandi saying Todd is up there in my fucking guest house living rent free. Okay. Todd said, "Well, yes, I'm in the guest house living rent free. Yeah, I'm over here because Kandi unilaterally removed me from the main house by directing her family members to relocate my belongings without my consent, without court intervention." Okay, Todd said he did not voluntarily leave the house. Okay, he did not leave at all. Okay, he chose to not fight Kandi for peace and stability. Now, look, while Kandi is while Kandi is away at work in New York, I think the play is ending in a couple of weeks. Kandi will be back. And look, when this play is over and Kandi is back home, I need Kandi to take a good 6 months and not do shit. I want Kandi to stop working. Okay, Kandi, I know you grind hard. Don't do shit for 6 months and tell Todd, "Okay, Todd, go make the money." You want to complain about me working and me being gone? Cool. I'm gonna stay home. You go make the money. Get the fuck out. Okay. And Kandi, to sit the fuck down. Don't do any work outside of Georgia and a surrounding state that you can't get to within 2 or 3 hours, because Todd using them kids to make you seem like an absentee parent is sickening. And him saying, "Well, you know, she had her family put me in the pool house." Yeah, get the fuck out the main house. We're divorcing. You need to move out. Now, him being in a guest house while Kandi's away is fine. So at least he's close to the kid. But once I'm back home, bitch, you have to find somewhere else to be whole. Period. But Kandi, don't you book no another tour. Don't you go on the road. I need you to sit down for 6 months just to make Todd look dumb, because he can't go out and make no fucking money. If you gonna complain about me having to, again, Kandi being away working is no different than a person who's in the military, a pilot who flies planes. Okay, this is when you have to leave to go work. But if you have to go deliver mail for 9 hours, whatever. But Todd, "Oh, she moved my stuff out the house and put me in the pool house. I didn't want to leave. Todd don't want to leave the house because Todd has grown comfortable as Todd Tucker Burris, Kandi's fucking husband. And Todd know the ship is sailing. He has no ticket. And so Todd is using Kandi being a working mom as a reason to why I need the kids. Meaning I need child support. And there is a full-fledged way for Todd to be an absolute present parent, and that has nothing to do with Kandi as a parent. nothing to do with it. As Kandi said, when me being away, I hired a fucking nanny. Also, my family at my fucking house, my mama around there, they grandmama, and I also wonder how this will affect Kayla and Riley's sister. If your daddy is fucking with my mama, I can't rock with you because you're a part of him. Can't do it. Or maybe the girls are like fully out of it or whatever. But I'm like, Todd has completely validated every negative thing Mama Joyce ever said about him from day one. Because the moment he and Kandi, are separating, he is trying to make her look like a bad parent. He is trying to get her for child support. He is trying to use her fame against her versus just saying, you know what, it didn't work out. We're divorcing. I know I married a active entertainer who sometimes has to leave to make money to support the fucking family. So let's figure out while you're away, the kids are good here with me. Okay. When you have to go on a tour for a week or a month, the kids with me. But Todd trying to turn this into the kids are better off for me because she's busy. Bitch, what? Because let's not be dense. If Kandi and Todd were not divorcing, Todd would have absolutely been in New York with Kandi, as they've done any other time. Anytime Kandi's been gone for a long time, Todd be right there. He ain't there because now they divorcing. That's the only reason Todd asked is not if Todd and Kandi were not divorcing, they would have hired a nanny to have them kids while both Todd and Kandi were in New York and flying back and forth. For the first time, Todd is having to actively stay home because he don't have access to Kandi's lifestyle any fucking more. That's why he's upset. Todd ain't shit. Okay. Point, period. Now, Kandi was doing, I think, was it maybe some show in New York. The Today Show, maybe Kelly Ripa and Mark, whatever one of them. I don't know. And Mama Joyce, Mama Joyce walked out first, and I said, "Girl,
Mama Joyce, we gotta ask you."
Now, if you see Kandi's publicist is right there with the black coat on right there, and Kandi, she said, "Girl,
how do you feel about Kandi and Todd? I mean, they're getting divorced." Well,
you seen her trying to say, because you can't look, you can't leave Mama Joyce with a reporter ask about Todd. Okay. Because she may say, man, fuck Todd. Todd was shit. And it was a scheme that Todd, girl, that's what I would say. It was a scheme. I was right. But the publicist tried to catch Mama Joyce before she could say anything that can't be taken back.
Mama Joyce, we gotta ask you, how do you feel about Kandi and Todd? I mean, they're getting divorced. Well, I just feel like all this canvas happening, and we're happy to hear that.
Can't say, hell no, mama move. Now, Mama Joyce only said, if Kandi happy, I'm happy. So Mama Joyce at least did not, go off because you never know Mama Joyce. Okay, Mama just move.
We're happy to hear that. Kandi, we gotta ask you, Kandi, how did you spend Valentine's Day? It was your first Valentine's Day as a single woman.
Oh, I was with well, first of all, I had to work. I had 2 shows that day.
Okay, well, that's a good distraction.
But I took my mom, my cousin April, and my cousin Karan. We all went out to dinner.
That's nice. Yeah. Kind of like a Valentine's. Mama Joy, nice. Yeah. Kind of like a Valentine's.
Yeah,
Kinda.
well, I mean, family time.
Family time. Okay, well, how you feeling? You look great.
Thank you. I feel good.
We love that for you. I know you didn't want your mom to come over here, but honestly, as a fan, I felt like your mom was just getting used to Todd. Things were looking good over the last 5 years. That's why I asked Mom, how do you feel? She said, as long as you're happy.
She's been very nice lately.
Okay. Okay.
Because Todd is gone. Okay, look. I look. I don't feel like Mama Joyce has to say anything. I feel like we all know how she feel. I feel like Mama Joyce is probably, I don't think Mama Joyce said I told you so. I think her thing is let's move on. Whatever we have to do to get that nigga out your life, fine. And I think because Kandi and Todd, like because they are not in the same space right now, you know, Mama Joyce probably does not have to really share space with Todd. How Mama Joyce no longer has to be nice to Todd. And Todd don't have to be nice to Mama Joyce. But child, I want to, once the divorce is final and things have settled, I would like to see a conversation with Kandi, Mama Joyce, and Riley. How they feel now with Todd and all the shit that happened recently. So we shall see if that ever happens. Okay. What I got left, y'all? Oh Lord Jesus, did I get everybody? I know I gotta do Fantasia. I did Tyra. I did Cam. Oh, girl, Cardi in there. Hold on. So, girl, hold on. Cardi in them and Chris Brown in them. So first of all, Stefon. Stefon went to court, child, because you know he had that case, that little strangulation case. Okay.
First matter is the matter of the Commonwealth versus Stefon Diggs.
Good morning, 88 Drew Virtue to the Commonwealth. Good morning, Your Honor. Andrew Federal from District King.
Waiting the readings.
He pled not guilty. Kate pled not guilty and whatnot. It was just an arraignment. It's a pretrial hearing on April 1st. That's the one thing for Stefon. Now, you know, the chef accused him of strangling her, and whatnot. And he has to fake knock the child and get the handle. Now, separate from that, the chef spoke out. I guess because someone was saying that she was trying to settle for some money. She said, look, I'm speaking out for the first time about false information. I am a professional chef with over 10 years of experience working with public figures and in the sports industry. My reputation and integrity matter deeply to me. A claim that I engaged in settlement discussions are not true. I have never sought money nor engaged in settlement discussions to settle this matter. A statement suggesting otherwise are harmful and untrue. As a survivor of domestic violence, I take these matters extremely serious and would never make false claims for personal gain or to damage someone's reputation. Her point is, I didn't ask for no money. I'm a chef for real in real life. Somebody lying. Either him or her. This is literally a he say, she say situation. And I really want this to go to court. I want to see how it plays out. So we shall see. She did say, I did not seek public attention and reported this matter through the proper legal channels. This is an active criminal matter, and I will continue to respectfully process. I would not engage in rumors of personal attacks or respond to misinformation on social media. And I ask others to refrain from spreading false narratives. My focus is on healing my work and moving forward with integrity. Again, we shall see. Child Stefon lost the role, and Cardi were having issues, and now he's in court. So we shall see. Now, no sound, child. I watched Cardi's Night 1 tour on TikTok and full, and Cardi's show is so good. Okay, I know the first 3 nights had a couple of hiccups. You know, she failed at one time, but recovered really, really well. Well, she fought a chair. It was whatever. I have so much respect for Cardi because folks doubted this would be like an actual good tour. And bitch, Cardi was watching Beyonce's tour. I think Cardi watched everyone's tour and took all the good things from it and knew what to leave out. She planned this tour amazingly well. The set list, the transitions, the dancers or whatever is not too much. I'm saying, but it's also not too little. It's so balanced. She's herself in here. You know, she cracked jokes in between or whatever. She talked a little bit. If you had like, because I can't do concerts. This too loud for my brain. But seeing Cardi fully step into her era of bitch, I got this, and not having any doubt is amazing. And that's what we're seeing. I want to go to her. There's a Little Miss Drama page, and I was like, "Oh, costumes are amazing. Her stage presence is amazing." And she brought out Glorilla for LA Night 1. LA Night 2, she brought out Tyla, Kehlani, and then also what's that, Blueface to perform. Because she does Tatiana in her show. So he came out, and I'm like, bitch, you better. When I say bitch, you better, bitch, you better. Okay. Now, I can't stand Blueface, okay? But Cardi, they could be pants up. But what's the point of, girl, too old. Cardi be rocking the stage whole time. Okay? Whole time. Again, if you're not going to the tour, I highly suggest go on TikTok on the night she's somewhere. Someone will be live doing it. And like I was able to watch the show from top to bottom. And I was like, bitch, this is a concert. I'm saying the folks fully singing every word of the songs. Okay, Tyler was there. Bitch, I said, you better, bitch. Okay, you better. I'm just so. Now again, did she copy Beyonce? Kinda. But she copied Beyonce's strategy, but made it her own. The only thing she copied from Beyonce was execution. I think she watched Beyonce's show and thought, I have to execute. I have to be sure that it's entertaining. I have to have a couple of outfit changes. I have to be engaging. I think that's what she copied from Beyonce. But she did it in a Cardi B way. She fully did things in a Cardi B way, which is amazing. Again, Kehlani was here as well. Okay, again, every night her hair is different. It's a different wig every night. She just recently put the new costume change on the last show, the second LA show. And I'm like, no one can take it from her. No one knows any Bia songs, bitch. You still don't know no Bia songs. Again, she brought out Glorilla on night 1 in LA. Okay, having your first real tour and having your, the guests come out as well is great, great, great. I'm hoping as the tour progresses, she'll have folk like I hope Meg come out later. I'm there. Okay, what's that? But again, Cardi is great. Okay, I don't even know what else to say. If you have not seen the tour, go get into it. Go get into it. So yeah, that was Cardi. Again, she did fall, but she just her ass was too thick for the chair. And I think she had not bent backwards in the chair before. And so when she tried to lean back, the chair just fell. It was a little chair, okay? But she got up and was fine. Hold on. She had danced in that chair each night, but she had never bent backwards. If someone was in front of her holding the chair, it would have been fine. Okay. But she fell and kept rapping. She did not miss a beat. You know what I'm saying? She kept it going, and girl, you better, bitch. It's the government. And then skip to the stage to do Pretty and Petty. Okay, so again, I love it. Now, also, Bia had made a post saying, "Can you name someone with more big mamas than receiving yards?" I can't. I know that. Cardi heard that. Cardi said, "Hold on, bitch. Hold on.
Just because I ain't fucking with my baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my baby daddy, bitch. Just for you, bitch. Let me tell you something. Just because I ain't fucking with my baby daddy doesn't mean you get to talk about my baby daddy, bitch. Just for you, bitch."
Now, this, I believe, was night 3. And she then went into Pretty and Petty, was the diss track to Bia. Her point was, bitch, you can't mention my baby daddy, ho. Okay? You can't do that, bitch. Now, on night 4, which was the second night of LA, while singing, was she singing? I think she was singing one of the songs. I think maybe Ring. And she's like, call me. So maybe she's ready to talk to Stefon and work things out. I'm not sure. Okay, we shall see. Now, folks are saying that he's trying to win her back. Okay, he got some gifts, child. Sending all the gifts. Okay, I want to send this. I want to send that. And Insider told the Sun that he's been sending Cardi gifts, including Chanel items, and a $26,000 Rolex, hoping to win her back. Look, Cardi, if that man is an asshole, leave him be. Okay? If you mad at him for some dumbass reason, you know what I'm saying, let it be. Okay? But if the better thing is for you to walk away, walk away. Okay? I'm just saying, girl, leave it alone, girl. Just stop, girl. Leave the dick be, bitch. Okay, but again, if he wants to win her back, that's on them. I don't know, girl. You know what I want? You know what? I want Cardi to stay focused on the tour. If Stefon want her back, I want him to fight to get her back through the whole tour. Don't distract her. Allow her the same courage that she gave you. You was focused on tour. Let her focus on this tour. So don't distract her. Be good. Yes, send her gifts and love on her, whatever. But again, don't get her distracted, nigga. Don't do that. Okay. And then lastly, Cardi B. Kalani was like, her ass is huge.
So much ass. Yeah, I gotta say that was the most ass I ever seen.
I'm taking some out. After this tour, I don't want to hear nobody for 3 months. I'm going to Colombia. Nobody hit me up. Nobody nothing. I'm taking this ass out.
Cardi's ass is amazing. Okay, they show. I said, girl, the ass be clapping. So Cardi, I'm gonna go to Colombia, get my ass done. I want to get my ass shrunken down a little bit. We shall see. Don't you go over there and get her, Cardi, girl. Don't y'all be doing the other countries' surgeries or whatever. Have it done here. Mimi was on the Carlos King podcast. Okay, I listened to most of the interview today. Carlos is always interviewing people, and a couple of things that she said was one, Jocelyn was getting paid more than her. That Jocelyn was getting paid about 50 grand, and she was getting paid more than half of that, but not that. Mimi was probably in $35,000 or whatever. But Mimi wasn't as animated as Jocelyn. So I think that's why she got more money. She brought up how she wished she never met Nico, how she felt kind of manipulated and just she was gullible and naive to listen to him and all the shenanigans. She brought up how her daughter Eva was aware of the sex tape and that she found out like from friends at school or whatever before we could tell her. She also discussed her upbringing in the cult. Her mama was child crazy. And when she discussed her upbringing, how she kind of just did not have any guidance, it makes so much more sense how she got caught up with Stevie J and Nico. Because Stevie J is a pimp, okay, with the gift of gab. And I think Mimi was always just, she had no home training to teach her how to avoid the pitfalls of fuckboys. And then once she got with Stevie, she just never let go. Because ain't no way. When she talked about when she first got with him, he lied to her about him and Eve being broken up. They weren't broken up real. And how Eve came to the house one day or whatever and like cussed him out or whatever because he was cheating. I'm like, so you saw how he did Eve, how he was lying to Eve, and you stayed with them. And he then did that exact same thing that he did to Eve with you, to you with Jocelyn. So you became Eve. I'm like, man, what is wrong with you? Okay. She also brought up how she's no longer friends with Ariana anymore, and whatnot. It was a cool interview and whatever. But I like the fact that she admitted Nico was a horrible mistake she made. And how the only reason she felt like she went through it was because she had no one around her to guide her and say, girl, don't do it. The people in her world at that point in time just didn't protect her and say, girl, what the fuck are you doing? Don't do this. And that happens. I'm happy she's smarting out. Okay. That was really all it was. I was gonna do a full breakdown, but I was like, girl, I don't care. She does not talk to Stevie no more.
Relationship with him.
Hold on.
What is your relationship like now with Stevie J?
I don't have a relationship with him.
No?
Nope.
You guys don't talk?
Nope.
Why?
For what?
You have a daughter together.
She has a cell phone.
Did something happen?
I don't know what his deal is, but to keep my peace, you see how peaceful I am?
You are peaceful, baby.
I stay the fuck away from me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He can call Eva, they can communicate. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have anything to talk to him about. There's no contributing factor to our household from him.
Meaning he don't pay no child support. Our daughter is old enough. She's a teenager now, so he doesn't have to go through me.
What the fuck do we have to talk about? We don't. Talk to your daughter, whatever you got to do with her. But yeah, we don't. I keep my peace, and that's the only way I know how, because yeah, I got to keep my peace. So you stay wherever you're going to be and, draw a line.
Fair.
Draw the line.
Now, she also mentioned how she does not talk to Jocelyn or whatever, but that how Eva and Bonnie Bella have their sisters, so they talk to each other. Again, Stevie J's kids are all old enough to where he doesn't have to go through the moms. The kids can really just, child talk to, like Mimi don't have to call Jocelyn for her daughter Eva to talk to Bonnie Bella. Child, call her girlfriend. I ain't gotta be involved. Okay. So again, that's whatever. But yeah, now Chris Brown child? I got Chris Brown and Fantasia. Chris Brown, baby mama, where's she at? Now, first of all, Chris has 3 children, the 2 daughters and the 1 son. And the daughter's mom, this is Chris's current girlfriend, who folks are saying they were alluding to the newest girl, Jada, being pregnant. Okay, speculation, I don't know. Baby mama number 2, Diamond, said, leave me alone. I'm sorry, leave me and mine alone. Worry about your new baby on the way, Chris Brown. I said, girl, not you tag that girl, not you tag that man. I said, what are you doing? Okay. She then went and said, sometimes you wake up and realize, yeah, that's enough of that. Then you shift completely. She was in the comics section, and someone said, if he's doing that, you need to blow his spot up, girl. He's only doing it because he thinks he can get away with it. She then said, he want to ruin my relationship and run men off. Bet we in and all out. When someone said, baby girl, you never thought you was the last. Baby girl, you never thought you was the last. And she said, of course not. Nobody been wanting that man for years now. What I'm not messing with is the fact he's been making threats to my man and my relationship because I'm trying to move forward. Don't speak on, I guess, shit you don't know nothing about. I'm gonna say this, and I mean it entirely. Chris Brown is Chris Brown, okay? And I always say, when you've seen how a person operated before you, don't make the decision to get in a circus. I'm saying, all the women who had a baby like Chris Brown was aware of his history, of his past. And if you made a choice to get in the circus, girl, what do you expect? Okay. Now, Chris should not be, threatening anybody. He should not be getting involved with anybody. You know what I'm saying? You should not be threatening that lady, man, or whatever. Like, don't do that at all. But I also feel like coming to social media about it is weird. Okay. Now, separate from that, hold on. The baby mamas was then fussing and whatever. Nothing happened. So Jada, who is, I guess, the new girl, who they said is pregnant, said, bitch, you a lame for running to the internet trying to air bitches out like you not the one that's stopping him from seeing his daughter, never answering the phone. Shut that shit up when you've been stopping that from happening because you and your feelings. And Diamond, let's not forget who funds your whole life. Bitch, first of all, going on social media and fussing with one of the other baby mamas, and you are possibly going to be a new one, girl, you're fussing with yourself. You're fussing every time. You're fussing with yourself. Okay, the house and cars, everything for lovely. You're talking about 50-50, where 50. This narrative you're trying to run with on the internet to get a little attention is truly sad. It's never been about him not seeing or taking care of his daughter. Stop trying to act like you just this boss up bitch. Keep acting for the net though. That's what moves your lame ass. Nobody trying to ruin your relationship. Bitch, you fucking with people who be around at the house, smiling in faces. Little homies just cause you want to get a rise out of baby daddy. It's called principle, and you should never fuck with the girl baby people. You thought you ate with that story, huh? Take your own advice, bitch. Worry about you and yours, not me and mine. I'd be so quiet, but you really out there yourself. Bitch, first of all, I would never understand women fussing with each other when you've seen how he does. Yeah, he did this shit with Karuchi. So, new girl, you fussing at the other girl. Why? For what? For why? Why for? Why for? Why for? Now, Diamond, who was the baby mama, said, "You don't know shit. I've known this man for years. You've been around how long?" He say jump, you say how high. Not how high. First of all, I've been tried to handle this privately. This is the second time he's pissed. He's been pissed about me moving on. You don't know shit. You just came around. The nigga blew up my man's phone and his brother's and started making threats. I don't take that shit lightly. You ain't want no smoke for real. Oh, watch your mouth. I never kept CB from Lovely but one time. And it was recently because that weirdo spaz on my daughter's best friend's parents about a sleepover after her birthday party. He be feeding you whatever you want to hear, shorty. I have a job, bitch, do my parts. What do you do for a living? Besides bow down, on top of that, I am the main parent. I'm with my child day in, day out. That's true, bitch. You can't come for the main parent, hoe. Not today. Something you know nothing about. Fucking with my baby's people, you dumb. This is how I know you know nothing. I've been knowing this man before I got pregnant with Lovely. Girl, hoes. Girl, the hoes is fighting. The hoes is fighting. Okay, over Chris Brown. Baby mamas unite. I really wish. Stop. Now, Chris posted 2 hours ago. I ain't playing none of their games. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Child, again, anybody fussing with Chris Brown, the women and all that is weird to me. Now, lastly, I want to get to Fantasia, and then we're gonna be like, I did try to not know to be this long. Tyra, Mimi, okay, yeah, we do. Fantasia. Now, Fantasia's husband's what's his name? I don't know. He went a recent show. He came out, it was for Valentine's Day. He came out with flowers, the whole 5-minute speech. I love you, boo. You the best. I love you, girl.
Hey, Houston. If this could be a moment for 11 years, on many anniversaries, many birthdays. I gotta be quick.
So he basically said for years upon years upon years, they've been married 11 years. She's always, performed and gave her all to y'all. I want to give a piece back to my wife. When we got married years ago, I just, we had a conversation about we just get married. He's like, I never officially proposed. So he got down on one knee, child. It was a long conversation. Okay, I love you. He was a very loving, touching, emotionally charged. We worked at this. We built this life together. We went through very, very hard times, the good times, and all those things, whatever together as a couple. We put God first and whatnot, and blah, blah, blue. And I love you, girl. I love you, girl.
So good in our lives. We fought through so much. We prayed through so much. We fasted through so much. We're going to walk into a brand new home. And I can't walk into that home this week. I gotta make something work.
So again, when they got married, he didn't propose. So he got child new ring, child an 11-carat ring, 1 carat every year. Got down on the one knee, child. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. And so that went viral a couple days ago. So after this all aired on social media, she cried, he cried, child, a whole new ring around here and whatnot. Now, I feel like we haven't heard much in any negative aspect of Fantasia, her husband, at all. You know what I'm saying? So they seem to have a solid foundation and whatnot. So her daddy was on some bullshit after seeing this moment. I can't fast forward it. I hope his music ain't copyrighted.
For 11 years, you woke up every morning and you chose me. For 11 years, you been incredible mother to our children. For 11 years, you fasted and prayed. So I'll give you a hearing for every year.
11 carats. No, not one knee. Red bottom shoes. Beautiful ring. Again, new proposal, new ring, lovely. That went viral. The following day, or maybe 2 days later, the daddy was on the thing talking shit.
Those that are Fantasia fans, and because I want y'all to know one thing. I love my daughter. She's my daughter. And I want all her fans to keep her in prayer. The work that I put in with my kids at a young age, I dare not let somebody that I know manipulate. Now, she's had a lot of them to do it in the past. But this one here, I got proof. Those that are, you can't come on stage and put together a cry and this, that, and the other. When I was just told a week or so ago by a financial person that was fired from her camp that they were running up on him because there was money missing.
Whenever someone in your family come on social media to air shit out, you can't trust it. Okay, and then saying, well, somebody who used to work for you got fired told me, that means you have no access to her life to have any firsthand knowledge of what's going on. You're being told secondhand shit from old employees.
And there was no paper trail on his part. The other folk got fired. But he got her fired. How a concerned parent like yourself, whoever's got a family, whoever's got a daughter or a son, you sit back, that would be less a man of me. You can't not to shout it out. I called out the man. And sometimes you don't get it until it's too late. Sometimes you don't get it until it's too late. Now, if my daughter don't talk to me because I'm trying to help her, if she don't talk to me because I'm trying to help her, that's God. You got to deal with God for that.
Not God, I get it. Now see how I get so on and stuff. I'm like, why bring it to social media?
You say you love God, but you put a man before him. How can a man come out of prison, and then listen to the video. Not to shout it out. I called out what the man said. Go back, listen to the video. The man said, she chose me. She chose me. Bible readers, is that what the word say? He supposed to chose her. And when your man go openly and say you chose him, there's something wrong with that picture. Pray for Fantasia. Fantasia fans, I love Fantasia.
That's the daddy. Fantasia said, hold up, oh. So Fantasia made a post, and she deleted it since then, but she made a post earlier, okay, in response to her daddy, posted her daddy's mugshot from 2024. Okay, the daddy was Ronnie arrested in 2024 for domestic violence. Okay, meaning he be beating up on people. Okay, she said, I wasn't going to do this, but this has gotten out of hand. Joseph Barino, I can't even call you dad or a father. You are a donor. We have covered you. We've covered for you long enough. My mom and me have made you look like you were an okay man, but now you have come for my king. Tonight I will go live, and behind me, will stand all who know you. How can someone still, if I, Fantasia Taylor, is the CEO and my king, Kendall Taylor is the president of all our companies. So she's like, you ain't shit. Now, Fantasia did not go live. She did not. Her husband, however, went live. Let me pull it up. Hold on. I pull it up. He went live. Now, the first minute or so is his regular voice. And then the other, how long was this, child? Oh, Lord. Oh, my God, it's midnight. Oh, my God, I'm so tired, y'all. Oh, God. Y'all, it's 13 minutes. It's 13 minutes, okay? Once we done with this, we done. We have a 3-hour tour today. Fine. But listen to her husband.
Salute. So, my name is Kendall Taylor. For those who know, don't know. This is very uncomfortable for me.
Again, that's his real voice, but you will, about a minute in, you'll hear his voice change, and it'll be a sped up version of his voice, because I was like, it was longer, but you know.
As a man, based on who I am, I prefer to be in the shadows. I prefer to let my work, my character, and my heart for the Lord and for people to speak for me. However, when I find myself in an environment where my wife feels compelled to go to war for me, that's a problem.
I did already. I could only speed up so fast that we can still understand him. But yeah, this is when it sped up. It was 13 minutes. He talked like 20 minutes.
So against my own methodologies and comfortability, I have a duty to cover my wife and my family.
Those that know me know I'm very strategic in how I express emotions, express frustration, and anything that requires a response versus a reaction. What I'm not going to do is allow my wife, my queen, to be in an uproar and do something that causes her to step off her throne of class and sophistication and virtue that I adore about her. So here we are. Be clear, I'm in the manhood business. I deal with men. And as a man, if I have an art with you, if I have a problem with you, I reach out to you direct and we can science that out. And so since a man chose to take shots at me regarding my manhood, let's cook. I've been married to my beautiful bride for 11 going on 12 years. Y'all want to know who I am and what I do?
Now, I have never known who he was, what he did, where he came from, his past, or nothing. I just knew they met, were married, and they've been married all these years. And I know before Fantasia got with him, she had many issues, money issues, like this business life issues. And it feel like since she's been married to him, she's been in a better situation business wise.
Pause. There's a difference, in my opinion, there's a difference between journalism and blogs. When it comes to journalism, there's a certain level of due diligence that has to be exercised before you put information and content out there to people who trust that information. When it comes to blogs, things get dropped and shared immediately without any due diligence. When I met my wife, I was running my own multi-million-dollar company, period. That means her success, her career didn't build me, didn't shape me. That's because I went to Sunoco Leadership Academy, BMW Black Belt Training, Tuck School of Business, Small Business Accelerator, CMEDI Business Initiative, and had a lot of success and a lot of recognition. I'm grateful for those things because I am a justice-impacted individual and I had to overcome tremendous adversity and circumstances in order to break a lot of criminogenic mindsets and trauma and behavior.
Meaning I've been arrested, I've been to jail, maybe prison, okay? But when I met my wife, bitch, I wasn't no broke person. I had my own life, my own business, my own money.
It was keeping me living at a lower level than what I was capable of. And I experienced incredible success. However, I wasn't satisfied with that success. And I started going into the prisons and sharing the gift of game and being transparent and vulnerable, helping brothers that are forgotten, giving them breadcrumbs so that they could navigate, okay? Then I met my wife. I hope she don't get upset with this, but I'm gonna speak the truth. I asked for the prenup. A prenup wasn't put on me. I asked for it because I had business partners that I needed to protect, and I needed to make sure her family knew that I had no intentions on coming after anything that she had established before she met me. I wanted to create a runway where we could just experience love with each other and figure out what this natural feeling was that we were exploring, that was just exploding in both of us, that provoked us to get married after 3 weeks. You dig? After that time, chaos broke out. The gentleman who is taking the initiative to use her and my platform, because he does not have one, to demonstrate things that are beyond false and fictitious, it's beyond that, didn't show up to the wedding, didn't want to speak with me, get to know me. And now that I have 2 daughters and a niece, I would never leave them uncovered in that regard. I even have a young man who has a desire to marry my daughter. And I'm going to make it very clear to him that you want to date the things that you like about her, but you're going to be married to the things that you don't. And making that clear, right? I didn't have that type of conversation. As a matter of fact, there were certain people who didn't show up to the wedding because they were not given permission to perform. My wedding was not going to be a performance. And that's why we got married in secrecy in 2014. And then we redeemed that opportunity to have a wedding in 2015. I can literally count on my hands the number of times that I have met Joseph and spoken with Joseph, who used to call me young guy and OG, even though we had no real relationship. This could have been handled with a phone call, but you chose to take another route. Let's get down to it. It became very clear to me when my wife came to me crying in 2015 that she couldn't buy a pocketbook, that something was going on. So I went through the books and I saw very clear that there was a lot of brown bagging and stealing going on, even though I had no knowledge or education in the music industry. I was lost. I was way outside my comfort zone. But wisdom translates across any industry, ethnicity, nationality, geophysical territory. I knew that if I applied wisdom and I asked God to guide me, he would show me how to cover my wife. And it became very evident that people were stealing from her. At the same time, people were stealing from me. And with tears in our eyes and crying, we made the courageous decision to step out there because we can be broke by ourselves. She said, babe, I'm not going to fail on stage, and I know you're not going to fail in your executive position. And we stepped out there. We built Rock Solid. I've been at every meeting. I've been on every call. I've negotiated every contract. I've been a part of every single thing that has allowed her gift to be in the proper place, because I promised her, you will never die broke. You will never die strung out on drugs, and you will not die alone like a lot of the greats out there, because I'm your man. That's me. And I've honored that, and I've exceeded my goals. There were times, man, we didn't have but $200,000 in the account, and we got multiple shows to put on, and we having to borrow money. Where was you at then? When my wife had to go through multiple surgeries, and I'm there nursing her and cleaning her wounds, where were you then? When we were trying to blend this family and it was challenging for our kids and ourselves, where was your wisdom then, man of God? That was me praying. That was me anointing my children with oil. That was us having to short sell that house at Seton House because we didn't have enough money to keep it pushing, but we prayed and we fasted and we rented properties over here. You know what a date used to look like with me and my wife? We used to get sandwiches from Jersey Mike's and go sit at the airport and talk about the goodness of God and what's going to come. Where was you then? Newsflash, and I'm going to do this respectfully. You remember the last time we gave you $3,500? Since you want to call my name, homie. She didn't want to give it to you. I compelled her to give it to you. I said, baby, we blessed. And if we hold everything in our hands tight, God can't trust us. It's not about an individual. It's about him exercising his faith in us. I'm the reason you got the money. I'm the reason a lot of people in the family have gotten the money, because I don't hold on to money. You want to ask me what I do? It's my company with my wife. And this is the first year. What is this, 2026? We've been doing this since 2015. This is the first year I drew a paycheck. It's the first year. Do I set the paycheck for myself? No. This is a business. So we have an enrolled agent who establishes what's a reasonable salary. So if I take, anyway, moving forward. Last thing, I got too many young men around the country that I represent. I am the CEO of Salute First and Salute First Global. We are out here changing lives in school systems and prisons. We on track to give out 100 scholarships this year. We're doing internships, STEM camps. We got summer camps going in Ohio and Gary do one in Lori. We doing drone certifications. We bringing in graphic design and technical skills. We got partnerships with community colleges and universities. And you ask me what I do. It's because I don't do this. I don't do this, man, because I have yet to see that I made a post and it translated into impact for my students. I've yet to do a post and it brought me a contract. So I post some things from time to time. But my reward, my likes and my follows come in the lives of those that we impacted. We got programs on over 1 million tablets around the prison system around the country.
You doing the prison tablets? Now look, I want another room. I don't want to talk too much through this. One, him bringing up how he and Fantasia had a prenup that he suggested because he had business partners with, I think, the Smarts. Him bringing up how, they figured out that people stealing from her, how they put a business together. And for the past, 10 years, they have been building a new business as husband and wife made complete sense. Even him mentioned how he doesn't get a salary that he picks is, through the company. Trying to imply that a person's husband is robbing them and is weird. It don't seem like he's lying. It seems like he's aggravated that people are accusing him of things when it seems like when he said Fantasia was crying about not being able to afford stuff, and that's how they figured out that she was being, folks was stealing from her. It sounds like he helped her get shit in order and got people out that was hurtful to her.
I am part of the governor's executive team. That's all I'm going to share about that. But I'm part of the governor's executive team. What do? I make impact. I stay humble. I continue to trust God because sometimes I find myself outside of my comfort zone and outside of my realm of understanding. But I know I can do all things through Christ. So I'm not going to continue to let you go out there and talk about I stole some money when I got rid of the people who stole it. And let me bow out like this, man. This done went on too long. This ain't even me, and I'm gonna have some people upset with me, but that's okay. One thing I make sure of is that when we build something, that beautiful lady I call my wife, she's got the keys. I make sure that when we build something, she's got the keys. Because if something ever happens to me, and she doesn't have the keys, I left her in the worst, my bad, I don't know what's going on. I leave her in the worst position that had she ever been my wife. I'll master account. She begs me monthly to go over there and put my name on the account. I don't need my name on the account. If I need a code, because we got to send a wire, Tasia has to send the code. because it's important for her after all these years to have control. Steal? I don't have to steal something I helped build, man.
Anyone who says my name not even on the shit hers is, so that will if something happens to me, she good. That's great, cause child, folk don't be doing all of that.
But we're not gonna let you go out here and get a platform when you don't even know my daughter. You've never met our oldest son, Trey. Zion has testified to that. You're not a part of our lives. That's not because I pushed you out. You know how many times I sat with my wife and told her that I prayed that this family can be restored? I'll never stand in the way of it. I want to talk about it? Rico, you know, I've never stood in the way. Teeny, you know, I've never stood in the way. Zaby, have I not treated y'all like brothers the entire time? Though I know lies were spread on me. Though I know people talked about me, have I not treated you like a brother every single time you've been in my presence? It's got to stop. If you upset, pick up the phone, make a phone call, but y'all don't talk. It's unfortunate. I'm only doing this because when I see my wife going outside the boundaries of her sophistication, making a post, I have to step out there. I can't sit in the back and just watch she's really hard to build a reputation.
I'm happy he was like, she don't do that. She doesn't respond to shit. She don't be on social media doing that shit. If Fantasia would have came online and been fussing and cussing or whatever, it would have been a whole thing. So him saying, I'm not going to allow her to even be in that position. I'm going to come out and say something. I don't want her to have to defend me. I'm gonna do it my fucking self.
If you got a problem with me, call me. We could talk about it like men instead of taking this feminine route. That's a feminine move. That's feminine energy, and we're men. And since you went out there like a man, you trying to discredit me like I have low integrity, I have no honor or no ethics about myself. I'm coming and speaking like a man saying you don't know me. You haven't gotten time. You haven't taken time to take a chance. Do you know how incredible of a son-in-law you would have? That I would do anything within my power to see that you're doing good, like I would with Diana, my mama. Don't question my integrity. And for all of y'all who run real quick and thumbing something and sharing something, do your research, because otherwise you being lied to even greater than I'm being lied about. But my reputation, man, I've worked too hard, man. I've overcome too much, man. And I've suffered and sacrificed too much for you to just hop on live and feel some type of way. Who did you talk to that said I was stealing money? We still waiting. You won't find nobody. There is nobody. Who said I took... Oh, last thing. I'm tired of people not giving my wife the credit. She runs Rock Soul. We don't move. We don't book. We don't confirm anything that she doesn't desire. Nobody. Period. In the same breath, we don't release, fire, or change somebody that she doesn't desire to have removed the place. I don't fire nobody. Nobody's got a termination letter from me. I'm not the CEO of Rock Soul. I'm the president. We follow her when it comes to Rock Soul. They follow me when it comes to Salute. So give her the credit and understanding that she can make smart business decisions, that she's got intuition, that she's clever, that she's got a business head on herself, and stop taking ownership because what you do, every time you say I do something, you discredit her growth and her achievements as a boss. You could have called me. Stop all of this. You stop, she stop, y'all don't talk no other time. So let's not use this platform so they can make a mockery of it. This ain't...
Meaning, bitch, if y'all ain't talking in real life, don't come talking about me on social media.
Black history. This ain't character. This ain't kingly. And none of this is of Christ. I hope I haven't said anything to offend you. I hope I haven't said anything that I have to repent for. And I damn sure ain't said nothing that ain't true. So you want to know who I am? This is who I am. And I prefer to go back to the shadows, but I'm not going to be looking over my head when I'm walking around the arena at the shows and I'm walking into meetings with people looking at me sideways. Nah, you haven't earned that right to discredit or question my integrity. Because I built myself before I even knew you or my wife existed. And I'm going to maintain my character as long as God gives me an opportunity, because I answer to him, I don't answer to you, and I never bow my head before no man but Christ my Lord. So I ain't going to bow before you now. I forgive you. I forgive you. And if I've done anything that makes you feel a certain way, find it in your heart to forgive me, since we talking that God talk. We all trying to figure it out here. But let's do it in love. Let's do it in privacy, and let's do it with integrity. This is messy. And I don't like this feminine energy. It stops now. Salute.
Well, Fantasia husband said, bitch, play with somebody else. I'm going to be respectful, but leave me alone. Look, you can't be upset when someone says you stole something, or you are a deceitful individual. If you are a business person who has to go into meetings, you do not want that reputation. So he just defended himself. Now let's hope the daddy don't say shit else. Let's hope the vlogs post his response as well to clear the air. Okay, and things can move on. Now look, it is midnight. It is 12:18. Okay, I had no intention of being on here for no 3 damn hours. Okay, a 3-hour tour. Okay, look, please make sure to like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Okay, y'all don't talk about Fantasia Man no more. He gonna cuss your asses out or whatever, and we shall see what happens later on. If they can squash it, leave it be, and whatnot. Okay, but I love y'all. I'm finna go to bed. Y'all go to bed, and if something new pops up tomorrow, I will come live at 9 p.m. again. Otherwise, okay, have a good night. Be safe. Again, like, comment, share. I gotta go. Bye.